So before we go any further, a lot of the work or the theory for backward design comes from these two books and these authors. So there's Understanding by Design by Wiggins and McTighe. And then,
We're going to work hard the next 2 days, so we're going to do the best we can.
so we have Understanding by Design by Wiggins and McTighe. And in the presentation, there's a link to the second edition of the book. And then a great resource is Vanderbilt University Center for Teaching. Has a lot of great resources based upon this book. And then the other one is by D. Fink, Creating Significant Learning Experiences. And there you can get the textbook from Amazon. And there's also a free version of the 2003 version. It's a PDF. It's linked here and it's freely available online. So that's where a lot of the material in this presentation comes from. In the first part, instructors think about the learning goals of the course. They can also be called learning outcomes or course objectives. And those goals, they embody the knowledge and the skills that you want your students to have learned when they leave the course, when they walk away from the course. So in other words, what are the most important aspects? Can be informational, can be a skill or some type of a thought process. What do you want them to walk away with the course? Those are your high level learning course learning goals. Once the learning goals have been established, then the second stage involves consideration of assessment. So there are 3 stages to backward design. Stage one, you identify your desired results, and those results are your course learning objectives, your course goals, and generally speaking, those high-level course learning goals or objectives, those are listed on your course syllabus. Then in stage 2, you determine acceptable evidence. And this is where you look at the assessments, and they can be formative or summative. So some of them can be low stakes and some of them can be high stakes. And typically you want to have a nice balance of low and high stakes in between, and you use those low stakes assessments to help them build knowledge and skill to successfully complete the larger, more summative assessments. Once you have that in mind, stage 3, that's where you plan your learning experiences and your instruction. And those can be things like lectures, short videos, either from, you find on YouTube or TED Talk or anywhere else that are appropriate. Any kind of articles, that could be websites, it could be peer-reviewed articles, it could be library database articles, textbooks, could also be primary resources, homework exercises, papers, projects, assignment instructions, rubrics, things like that. And let's look at a visual representation. So here's a visual representation of backward design. So again, stage 1, you identify your results and you write your CLOs. You determine what you will accept as proof that they have accomplish these CLOs, assignments, tests, etc. And then you plan your learning engagement, your experiences, your instruction in step 3. So as you can see, it kind of flips things on its head. It's backwards. Usually, typically when an instructor first gets a course, this is how it's kind of always been. A lot of instructors, especially new instructors, they'll find syllabi from people who taught the course before, and that's really how they'll start. They'll start their syllabi, and then they'll figure things out. Well, this one flips it around. So you identify what you want them to know first, what you're going to accept as evidence that they've proven it, and then the scaffolding or learning to build that. So we're going to do this little exercise together. There's an understanding by design planning template, and you can go to the website there. There's a template, it's a Word document, and I've completed an example of one. So let's open this. So here is the understanding by design, backwards design template. And this is available on their website, and their website has a lot of resources. And keep in mind, if you're putting questions in the text chat, I can't see it. So here is the website. And this is, as you can see, this is McTighe, who's one of the authors, the Understanding My Design. These are all resources that you can go and use. Okay. And so that's where I got the template. Here is one that I've completed just so you can get an idea of what it is, what one would look like. And this was done for module 1 / it's benchmark 1 from the current certified online instructor course. So I'm going to open it so you can see it. Okay. And then I don't know why it's forming like that. And I am doing this somewhat backwards because the module already exists. I just wanted to show you how they could correlate. So here is benchmark 1, culture, community, and instructor presence. And here's some objectives. So these are the main learning unit objectives, the module learning objectives. And so if I go over here to this template, so here again, here's the blank one. Established goals. What are the established goals? Well, those are our course learning objectives. And my course learning objective for this unit, this module, benchmark, is CLO 1, which is discuss the importance of course culture and communication in an online course. And so if I go back here, I've got, okay, transfer. Students will be able to independently use their learning to do what? Meaning, what will students understand? What are our essential questions here? Acquisition. Students will know. What will they know? Students will be skilled at. So this is our stage 1, determining our goals and our objectives. So here again, here is my unit, my benchmark, and then here's my CLO. And what I say is students will be able to independently use their learning to, and then I have 3 module learning objectives. 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. They're all connected to this one. So this is the 30,000 foot view, and this is the foots on the ground. What are students going to be doing in order to achieve this? Under meaning, what are our understandings? Well, as part of these, students will understand it's instructor's responsibility to create course culture and community online courses, and that their presence is key in creating the culture in the community. Well, what are our essential questions? These are the big questions that our students are going to be examining as they complete this unit. Okay, well, if these are objectives and these are what I want them to understand, then the questions must be, okay, how do you as an instructor create that course culture? How do you create community? Why is instructor and presence so important? Okay, well, here are the answers. Students will know why instructor's presence is so important. They'll also know why steps, strategies, and tools must be purposely selected to encourage community and culture. And what will they be skilled at? They'll be skilled at being able to choose those appropriate strategies and tools, and they'll be able to use those strategies to present, to be present in their online courses. Okay. So let's stop right here at this point.